My ex-husband is trying to make me co-parent and push the responsibility of his other children to me, but I refuse to be his free babysitter. My ex-husband and I have 2 children together. We divorced about 10 years ago now because I feel like he regressed as a husband and a father during my second pregnancy, and he was even worse when our younger son was born. He was acting like a high school or college kid, or a single 20-something with no kids. He spent more time with friends than with us. His friends were also treating me more like his mom and expecting me to pick him up from their houses when they needed to get on with stuff. He fought for 50% custody of our kids, which he wasn't given, and for the first 2 or 3 years he had every other weekend and a 2-week period during the summer, with them as well as alternating holidays. He started being more involved and eventually, he did get 50% custody. It was at that time I found out he got some woman pregnant and he realized with 3 kids he needed to get his act together. He ended up with full custody of his 3rd child. Then he met his wife. They have 2 more children together now. There are 2 kids in her life, but I don't believe they're her biological children anyway, who she is also partially supporting. Those 2 kids don't live with them, but apparently they pay for stuff for this child. X and I started getting along better, but then his marriage was rocky. As his marriage worsened, he started treating me like a co-parent to all his kids. He'd bring his other children to custody exchanges and expect interactions between me and his other children. Then it was requested to babysit for him and his wife, which I never did. Then it was commented about our boys' old clothes at my house being sent to his house for his other kids, and how we needed to make sure they had adequate clothing. I told him there was no we in that, and he said of course there is. We're co-parents. I said of our 2 sure, but not his other kids. It was request for me to have his children in my home, or to take them out to eat with me and our kids. And finally, it has turned into back-to-school craziness. I bought supplies for the boys and he told me I hadn't bought nearly enough for everyone. I was like, hold up, what's that supposed to mean? And he pointed out that what I bought wouldn't be possible to share evenly between all 5 children. I told him we don't have 5 children, we have 2, the 2 I bought those for. I told him I was responsible for our children, not his 3 others. I told him he has a wife, they share 2 of those children, the other is in their home, so it's up to them. He told me that I know they don't have a lot of money, and I cut him off and told him that still didn't make his children my problem. He said I can't possibly take care of just 2 of them. Not when we're co-parenting and all 5 kids live together 50% of the time. He said I should be a part of the community to help raise these kids, and keeping my distance like I do is so dang cold. Ada,